Hey y'all, thank you for joining me for this episode of Soul Food Sundays. If it's your first time joining me, my name is Keita, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm tired. Not like tired as in sleepy, tired. Tired as in I've been moving and grooving today. I did take time to meditate. I've been doing a lot of serious activations and serious light language meditations, considering that the Sirius Gateway is open and we are approaching the 8-8 portal. So this reading will be a mix of 8-8 portal energy reading as well as a Soul Food Sundays message. So I'm gonna pull some tarot, and then I got quite a few decks out to clarify with, and I'm gonna close us out with the Isis Oracle. Since we got this comedic energy flowing strong, we're gonna tap in with a comedic oracle deck. For those of you who aren't aware and you're local, we'll be hosting my homegirls Libby and Caroline and I a 8-8 portal manifestation yoga and sound bath session. They teach comedic yoga and I will be providing sound healing and shamanic journeying. We do have a few spots available. Space is limited. Have sold a few tickets, so if you plan on attending, you might want to go ahead and get your ticket, because when it's sold out, it's sold out. I am not creating any more space. I want the people who will be here to be comfortable. It's going to be a very intimate setting, and it's going to be on August 8th from 12 to 2. So check the community board where the link is for tickets. And yeah, I think we got 8 spots left. So get in where you fit in. I am also working on hosting something online for my people who are local and those who are not local, to help prepare you for manifesting with the 8-8 portal. And so be on the lookout for that. I'm hoping to actually announce that and get that foundation laid before releasing this video. We'll see, because I got a lot going on. Paintings to finish. I just finished up a private session. I have a session scheduled for Saturday as well as some other things. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I always try to post the events and stuff on the community board. So check the community board for the online prep session as well. If it's not there, it will be there soon. I'm gonna start us off with some tarot, just to see what the overall energy is, what message wants to come forth, what energy this 8-8 portal is ushering in for the collective, and then we'll go from there. So let's see. Clear. I see some cards flipping over already. Spirit, what message wants to come forth? What energy is coming through for the collective by way of the upcoming 8-8 portal? So the Sirius Gateway is already open. It's been open since some point in either late June or early July, something like that. And that's when the star Sirius, which is like the spiritual sun. You know, we have our sun here on Earth. The Sirius is the spiritual sun, and it's aligned with Earth and the sun. We're talking about Lionsgate, which is like the peak of the Sirius Gateway energy, and it's in Leo season. Leo season in itself is something to discuss, right? Because we got that lioness energy, king and queen of the jungle, energy. See these cards upside down? Nope. Also, we got the lion being representative of the heart chakra, Christ consciousness. Those things are key themes and factors as it relates to tapping in with lion energy and Lionsgate and using that energy to manifest abundance and infinite possibilities. Also, the ego, the light and the shadow of the ego. Those are key themes for this particular time and energy that we are experiencing. But the card that flipped over in the middle of the deck is the Eight of Wands in reverse. Now, the Eight of Wands, when it's upright, is progress. It is moving forward progressively. But it fell out face down. So that's either like some energy returning, somebody coming back, which we are in Mercury retrograde, but I'm not sure when Mercury retrograde ends. Or procrastination, things not moving, something not moving forward. For many of you, because we are in this summer energy and the sun shines light on things, making them clear. Some of you are getting clear on where you're not making progress, where you're not moving forward. What's blocking your abundance and your progression. This Eight of Wands being like a future focused energy, it being in reverse. This may be focusing on the past. It may be progress, but fixing some things that occurred in the past. And it's coming forward like a reconciliation type of energy, because at the top of the deck, you have the Seven of Pentacles, that energy that keeps coming up about casting your pearls before swine. In this situation, it's not necessarily that somebody realized, well, yeah, Eight of Wands in reverse. Realizing where you're not making progress and casted your pearls before swine and didn't get the return on investment that you hoped. Because you got this person here. He has these coins that are underneath the ground, right? Those are seeds that have been planted. And something has taken root and it has sprouted. And he's put all his energy towards growing this particular something. But look at how small it is. So you don't know how long he been patiently waiting to get return on investment on this thing. How long he been sitting there putting his energy towards the growth of this thing. But what we do know is with the Eight of Wands, it didn't become the oak tree that he had hoped. And so that energy is at the top of the deck. Somebody taking an assessment, taking a time out, taking inventory. And at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Cups. Wanting to make a romantic offer of some sort and follow their heart. That's where the coming back around, not moving forward, but coming back type of energy of the Eight of Wands comes into play in this reading. For some of you, you've invested your time, your energy into things that were not fruitful. But hopefully you learned some valuable lessons in those situations. And now it's time to own your shit, to accept where things didn't work out the way you had hoped, and to move forward by following your heart. Move forward in a more romantic way after having learned whatever lesson that this situation was meant to teach you. So like where you may not have progressed outwardly, there's been internal progress, internalized transformation with this Eight of Wands energy. Focus on showing that outwardly, where the growth has taken place, where the progress has taken place, and making it a romantic experience. This person here has the basket with the grapes and the wine, a love letter that has been sealed. Damn, it's a song coming to my mind now. I gotta look it up before the song that's coming to my mind, seeing the flowers and the letter and the grapes. I think it's called Sending You Forget Me Nots. It's an old school song. Forget me nots. Sending you forget me nots. Hope you will remember. Let's see. Y'all, on everything, I don't know this song. And I ain't heard it in forever. Patrice Rushen. The song is called Forget Me Nots. And it says, sending you forget me nots to help you to remember. Told you I ain't know the song. Baby, please forget me not. I want you to remember. Sending you forget me nots. Okay, it keeps saying that. Those were good times we had, sharing a joy that we thought would last. Memories of love and affection. Everything was just like a dream. Ah, was it the simple things that made me so crazy about you? Was it your charm or your passion? It's not hard to believe I love you and I need you, so I'm sending you forget-me-nots. And it goes on with the chorus. Second verse. Did we give up too soon? Maybe we needed just a little room. Wondering how it all happened. Maybe we just need a little time. Though we did end as friends, given the chance, we could love again. She'll always love you forever. It's not hard to believe. I want you and I need you, so I'm sending you forget-me-nots. Then the bridge is sending you forget-me-nots. Baby, please forget me not. Good times we had. They weren't so bad. What a life we shared. Pretty baby, I still care. And then it goes to the lyrics. I told y'all, this is a return. And this is some romantic gesture that says, please don't forget me. This is possibly somebody who invested elsewhere, and now see that they didn't get the return on investment that they had hoped for, and want to double back to make sure that you don't forget them. Or it's a situation where you've invested into something and you're needing to circle back to it, but appreciate it more. Show your love for it more. Be romantic about it, romanticize it more. So I was just talking about with my client who just texted me something that he's passionate about doing, but had tried to go a more traditional way of doing it instead of doing it like his own way, on his own terms, and really letting that passion shine through in it instead of having to follow the rules of the organizations or conglomerates that he was trying to do this particular thing he's passionate about, through. He's a coach. He loves to coach youth. But instead of doing it, say for a school or a team, the NFL or Little League or whatever, like, you can do that shit independently and coach some, do some clinics or some summer programs where he can really make it his own and have fun with it and romanticize it and be creative and follow his heart the way he would like to. So it's that type of thing. Take it as it resonates. But see, the thing about this is, for many of us, that very thing is the thing that we here to do anyway. It's part of our sacred contract. It's part of our life purpose. Let me see what he said. Oh, he asked me what's a prayer that's good for him to say on a daily basis. I'm suggesting the serenity prayer. In the middle of the deck, poking out, peeking through, is the Page of Cups. That being in the middle of the deck and the Knight of Cups being at the bottom of the deck, there's some maturity that has taken place. Because the Page of Cups can be somebody who fantasizes, who has a crush, who's not the most emotionally mature, but they romanticize, they feel a way, but they don't know what to do with said feelings. So they sit and romanticize the situation and dream up pigs flying and floating in the air, so to speak. But this is someone who is maturing from the Page of Cups, because we said there's an 8 of Wands internal progress taking place where there has not been external progress, to showing that love, to not fantasizing about their romantic feelings and what could and should and would happen. Not shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know what I'm saying? But doing things, expressing love through romantic gestures, through communication, grounding love. So this is like the love taking seed form in the spirit realm, in the 5D, right? But progressing to grounding in the in your 3D reality. Then you got all of this water with the Page of Cups, which is dreamy, intuitive, spiritual energy. Very Piscean, Cancer, what's my other water sign? Scorpio even energy. But the Knight of Cups is very grounded. Look at all that earth. This is picnicking and horse and carriage rides, or horseback riding, or just spending time together, intimacy, showing love, you know what I'm saying? Getting out of your head and actually showing the love. So that's dope. Then with the guy and the Page of Cups, look how he looking all up and all off in the air. The Knight of Cups is making eye contact. And they took their hat off out of respect for the individual whose company they are enjoying. So this is dope. Again, if we're not talking about a relationship for you, know that this 8-8 portal energy is calling you to elevate how you're approaching what you love, what your heart is leading you to do. And also take an assessment of what you've been investing in to see if it's really been yielding the fruit that you desire, or fruit period. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I damn near don't even need to clarify this, but I want to. So I'm gonna use my little index cards to see if there are any other messages that want to support what's already been provided. And then I'm gonna close us out with the Isis Oracle deck. Oh, it's hot in here, my God. I had to cut the air out so I could take a bath, but shit. Some of you may be going through a Kundalini awakening where your creative energy is surging up your spine into your crown chakra. So you may find yourself being more creative, feeling your sexual energy stronger. With Kundalini energy, you may also be identifying more with fire energy within you, like more passion, and that may be what this 8 of Wands internal progressive fiery energy is because where the fire has not been outwardly shown prior to the Knight of Cups, which is more emotion, the fire is definitely burning internally. There's a passion internally. There's a spark, a urge to move forward in some way internally. Cause I just got hot as shit all of a sudden. Definitely want to work with your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. Work with your great central sun internally, which is your solar plexus energy. Your enthusiasm, your confidence, which I could see how that's necessary if there was a bad investment. Your confidence and your ego can take a hit. But again, we tapping into, we embodying that lion and that lioness energy. Taking a licking and keep on ticking. It's just what go on in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? Learn from it. Keep it moving. Show up better, right? The cards that fell out and face up. So again, I love that this is face up because it's very symbolic of the sun energy. Things are obvious. Things are revealed and unquestionable when the sun is out. I am running out of patience. I am still healing from past hurts. Told you they invested in something that didn't yield fruit. But also, like, there may have possibly been, with this Seven of Pentacles, a deep dive into a deep assessment, inventory of past wounds and pains. And then with the Eight of Wands being future focused, but in reverse, that deep dive into the past. So that makes sense. My intentions are pure. So moving forward, we're needing to make sure that our intentions are pure, and also know that there is possibly someone coming towards you who has very pure intentions after taking time out to assess how they want to show up, and after having had some kind of like awakening, possibly a Kundalini awakening. I am intimidated by your intellect. This could be you about you, because some of us, we so smart and so intellectual that we intimidate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But then you got this person who was the Page of Cups, who was fantasizing, who was in their head and dreaming and daydreaming and all of the things instead of expressing. And part of the reason why they found it safer to just daydream is because they were intimidated by your intellect. You should move on. I'm not up for the challenge. That is exactly why they sat and didn't express themselves, because they felt like, I'm intimidated by your intellect, and what you mirror to me challenges me to be a different, more mature version of myself. For some of you, your shadow work has shown you where you are intelligent as fuck, but that you're intimidated by what being your authentic intellectual self challenges you to do, and to how it challenges you to show up in front of other people. At the top of the deck is societal conditioning is a factor. Y'all know we live in a society that does not want you popping your shit too hard. Like, you can pop it a little bit. Don't pop your shit too hard. Don't go against the grain. Don't do something different. Don't not fit these gender roles and these don't not do the things that are expected of you as a man and as a woman, as a Christian, as a Muslim, as someone who does not practice a religion, as a black person, as a white person. Like, stay in your place and know your role, right? So societal conditioning has been a factor. Someone has been influenced by the Matrix, and that led to how they showed up in this particular situation. But at the bottom of the deck, you are not my type. Somebody is romantically interested, involved, even if not outwardly, but has been intimidated because they ain't used to you. And for if this is about you, then this is you not being used to this version of yourself. So learning to embody who this version of you that you have fantasized about, but are now being challenged to embody, to show up as, to show the world, with "you're not my type" at the bottom of the deck. Because just because a person ain't your type don't mean you shouldn't give them a chance. It might be what you need just because it ain't what you used to. You know what I'm saying? Could be what you want just because it ain't what you're used to. So it's not necessarily, "you're not my type" is not necessarily rejection, especially with it showing up with the Knight of Cups. And like I said, for some of us, this is us showing up new and improved and having to get used to that and own that and embody that for ourselves. So Spirit, please clarify the message that's coming forward here about the 8-8 portal with this 8 of Wands in reverse energy. I had the deck upside down. Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. And here you got this pharaoh. It might be Osiris, I'm not sure. But in the image on the card, you have this pharaoh or this man, and he has this woman who is holding him from behind. Well, "you're not my type." If this is a love connection, this is somebody who they're not used to having to lead or to lead in a particular way, or they're not used to partnership in this particular way with somebody who's so intelligent, and that's why they're intimidated. Because look, you got the masculine front and center, and she right behind them, holding them down. So there's something about this dynamic that's different in the way that they relate to one another than the other is used to. But it's something miraculous about it. And what's miraculous is the healing that has taken place. I'm going to read the message of Miracle of Isis, but at the top of the deck, you have Spirit of Isis, triumph of the goddess, baby. Winning. The goddess is winning. Divine feminines are winning. The great mother has risen and is rising in these masculine energies. So it's not necessarily about gender or sex, but masculine and feminine energy, because you got masculines who are actively learning to embody their feminine energy, actively learning to honor and show and express their emotions more, actively learning the importance of emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, not being emotionally avoidant. So that is dope with Spirit of Isis. Somebody is winning for sure. At the bottom of the deck, talismans of potency, charging sacred objects of power. This message is twofold. So this is like working with crystals and different objects, but also like having wisdom and taking that with you along your journey. So like if you have a particular something or somebody that you find value in, you want to take that with you. It's like your good luck charm, you know what I'm saying? Or like that thing you want to put on the altar that gives you the confidence that what you want to manifest is going to happen. That is how this individual or these individuals are feeling in this reading with talismans of potency, because they feel like whatever you bring to the table, it's potent, especially when it comes to them reaching their goals. For those of you, this is not a relationship and this is you better connecting with talismans of potency, and not only objects but wisdom that you're taking with you from your previous experiences. I'm wearing my talisman of potency right now. I have several of them, but Um, this is lapis lazuli, which is a great crystal to work with when you're working with comedic energy. It's good for the throat chakra. Mine has the flower of life pattern on it, which is symbolic of the oneness of all things in life. And when you tap in with lapis lazuli, you very much gonna be in your king and queen energy, that mature royal energy. So many of us are getting back to that. We're being reminded of that, and that we're master manifestors by way of this 8-8 portal. I'm gonna close us out by reading some or all, see how it go, of the miracle of Isis. So if you want to take this time to kind of get you a few breaths in and meditate, go right ahead. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. The Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you're not willing to release it to her, however. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved, and opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it has been a long-term or persistent difficulty, or simply seems to be too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen. To surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly. To trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. That reminds me of that I'm still holding on to past hurts card that came out, because that is something that is being healed by way of this 8-8 portal. And this message is confirming that a lot of the baggage that someone has been carrying, emotional baggage, they're no longer carrying, they're releasing it and becoming open to following their heart, unafraid of being vulnerable, being hurt, being disappointed, but surrendering to whatever comes with moving from this healed place. That's dope. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage. The courage of a lion, the strength of a lion. To love, that takes courage. To be romantic and it be from the heart and not performative, not because you're trying to get some, not because you're trying to impress somebody, but because there's genuine love, that takes courage. Yet these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only possible, but if you are willing, it can happen for you now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt or fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Y'all, be intentional about working with your heart chakra during this time, especially during Leo season. As you are manifesting with this um, A8 portal, I don't care if you manifesting money, doing protection work. Make sure you're incorporating some elements that are specific to the heart chakra and relative to emotional healing. Because that is a strong message that has come through in this reading. And for some of y'all, you can expect somebody to come forward healed. And it's a miraculous healing because this is somebody who's been operating out of hurt and pain for a long time. But they're showing up from a more healed, balanced, and renewed place. And I love that for y'all. So I hope this message found y'all well. If it didn't find y'all well, I hope that it leaves y'all well. If you are needing a private reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to check out the details for the A8 yoga and sound healing session, as well as the online session that I am curating at this time and we'll be announcing soon. But yeah, y'all, until next time, peace.